Hey guys, welcome to another recap of The Bachelor. We're getting down to the final dates, I guess you could call it. This episode was the old hometown dates, and he's been doing a lot of thinking lately. I hope so, because it's a pretty big decision, Brad. Well, Chantal, she cries a lot. And Ashley, she's kind of an annoying drunk that's high maintenance. And Chantal, she touches dead people, and then she thinks she's gonna touch him. And Emily, she's so out of his league, and she's got a kid. So Brad doesn't know what to do. So it's a good thing that they have the hometown dates, so he can kind of figure this out. First stop, Seattle, Washington, Chantal O. She's got a cute dog, she's got 2 cats, she's got a nice house. The dog liked him. She thought that was important. I'm thinking he had a pork chop tied around his neck. The dog was very cute, though. He's going to have to get a bigger loft, though, because if he picks her, the dog and the cats come with. So he finally met the family, and it was pretty obvious from the house that they had some cash. It was a huge house. I mean, it had like freaking 20-foot doors. When they were sitting in the living room, they had to use megaphones practically to yell to each other. The room was so big. It was crazy. He had some drinks with the dad. The dad was like, well, if you want to marry her, go right ahead. So, yeah. Next stop, Madrosed, Maine, to meet crazy Ashley. No chemistry whatsoever I am picking up between the two of these F-nuts. All she cares about is her stupid poutine, which is like French fries with cheese and gravy. Big freaking deal. You're acting like the only place that people eat fries and gravy is Maine. Hello, I've had it all over Canada and like Buffalo and, you know, the northern United States. Give me a friggin' break. It's not that special, okay? And the one that I had, the fries were a lot thinner and better. Those were big, fat, dumb fries, okay? She fed him, and she was like, aha, saw your crown. He was just like, what the hell are you talking about? Why are you criticizing the inside of my mouth? I mean, I know you're a dentist and all, but... Alright, so they went and they had this little contrived field trip to go buy some lobster, and they went to a farmer's market, and big deal, they had an honesty box where you put the money in for the stuff that you take. Like, every place has that. It's not, you know, a big deal. Alright, the family, when he arrived, was super goofy. It was like they were on nitrous oxide or something. It was a little bit out of control. They were all really, really goofy. Alright, so she's still unsure, and she pretty much told her family that she doesn't know if he's still the one, if he is the one. So we find out that she is still in school from the dad. Hello, they've been saying that she's been a dentist like the entire season. Now all of a sudden she's not a real dentist? I feel a little cheated, I'm sorry. And then the mom was like, can you guys sleep over? We have 4 bedrooms. And then Brad was just like, well, I'll sleep right here. And then she was like, well, me too. It was just so weird. It's not going to work out, kids. I'm sorry. All right. Then next stop is Chico, California, to meet Chantal's family. They brought Brad right to the funeral home. That was really bad. She showed him the oven where they do the where they cremate bodies, and she showed him the embalming room, and he laid down on the drainage table, and she described what she does. He was very uncomfortable. Death is not for Brad. In fact, I'm really surprised the show didn't make them ride in coffins in a hearse to go to the family house to meet the family, because they're really pushing it. You know, and I'm sure that that was the show that was contriving this whole situation. He finds out that she's supposed to be taking over the family business from Dad because she's the oldest and she's very involved in it. And it was all awkward turtles when the dad said that she disappointed her old high school teacher because her son had died unexpectedly, and she wanted Chantel to be there, I guess, to arrange the funeral and everything, and it was just really awkward. It seems like Dad only cares about the family business, but he gave his blessing anyhow if it was meant to be, which is big. Don't even think about it. All right, last stop, Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm like going stupid all of a sudden. He bought little Ricky a kite because that's the only person that showed up for Emily. It was just Emily and little Ricky. Where was the rest of her family? Did they all just disappear? I mean, she's only 24 years old. Her parents must still be alive, right? So the little kid was sweet and wouldn't even look at Brad. She was very, very shy. Then, you know, after a day of making macaroni and cheese and flying a kite and playing some dumb games, they put little Ricky in bed. She said that little Ricky wanted to say goodnight, but she was asleep already. But the minute he walked out of the room, she was amazingly awake. I don't think little Ricky liked you, Brad. I'm sorry. I think she smells the stank of fakeness a mile away. Then they go downstairs and Brad is like, I'm not going to kiss you. And I'm going to be going soon. I might give you a hug. So Emily was really disappointed because that doesn't seem to be too normal. I mean, the freaking kid is upstairs asleep. It was almost like Brad was trying to tell her he was gay, which I had been suspecting this all along from his first season, in fact, but that's not the case because when she finally begged him to kiss her, they opened up the front door, stood under the porch light, and made out for the entire neighborhood to see then. Forget about the kid. The whole neighborhood's watching now. I could almost hear the screams of the neighbors crying out, "Whore! Prostitute! Please stop. This is an upscale neighborhood." All right, so they travel back to New York, where the pimp, Chris Harrison, is waiting. So he's all like, "Brad, tell me about the dates." And yeah, Brad spills his guts. Then the ladies show up. And I only have one comment. Chantal must be a nervous eater because it looks like she's doubled in size from the hometown dates. Either the dress was extremely unflattering or she's put on a few lbs. Whew. All right, so it's time to hand out the roses. Ashley gets a rose first, and I was like, WTF, this girl's a train wreck. It had to be the producers talking. And then Emily and Chantal O. So apparently Brad does not want to die. He thinks he's going to live forever, so he has to say goodbye to Chantel. Next time, you cannot beat the location that they're going to. They're going to beautiful South Africa. They're going to be seeing wild animals. I think the plans are that the girl he doesn't pick is going to be eaten. I'm sorry, by wild animals. But we'll have to wait until next week to find out. Till then, much love.